Been a while. Get back into it. We're ready? Started? All right.
All good.
We're in. Good evening, everybody. There's no one in the room. Good evening, everybody online and on Zoom. This is the Monday, November 14th, 2022 meeting of the Architectural and Historical Review Board, Town of Dobbs Ferry. We're going to open the meeting with 127 Main Street.
Yeah,
Because I think as of the last meeting, there was going to be a site visit to look at lettering and the signage. That site visit is still in progress or still being scheduled. So as a result of that, I'm going to motion to continue 127 Main to the next meeting. Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor? Okay, we'll continue 127 Main Street to the next meeting. Next on the agenda is 3 Chestnut Ridge Way.
Nobody.
Hi, Heather, how are you?
I'm fine, thanks. How are you?
Great, good to see you.
Good to see you too. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. So this was a continuation from the last meeting. I think the request was to get a better sense elevation-wise of the window replacements that are being proposed.
Yeah, it actually was a request for the rendering.
Okay. Are you able to share that on screen?
My understanding is that the rendering was sent, so you should have it.
We do. And I know that we've reviewed it. I just didn't know, given it's a public meeting, we usually like to
I have it
show
here,
the
but I'm not gonna
renderings.
put it up.
That'd be great.
Yeah, so the public could see if there's any.
Okay, sorry about that. Sure, no
No
problem.
worries.
I'm not sure how do I get in.
Can you share your screen?
I'm trying to,
Or do you want to email it to me?
okay, I could do that.
Okay. Can you, wait, hold on, Vinny.
Okay. I got it right here. Do we see it?
That enough?
Hey,
I
good
have it
enough.
right here.
Good enough. Yeah, I think that definitely gives a good indication of what it looks like from the
Just-
front
I have a
elevation.
few- Yeah, a few pages
Those are
here.
the side elevations. Great.
Side elevation,
Okay.
and then I have the back side, sort of.
Okay.
And then this is the total back, rear of the house.
Great. Okay.
Okay. Well, there you go.
So I'll just for my fellow board members, we'll get some thoughts and then we'll make a motion.
I think that windows look okay. They're all of the same character and treatment, and I don't really have much of an issue with it.
Yeah, I would say the same. They're all the same type of windows. Yeah, I don't really have an issue with this either.
And granted, I wasn't able to be at the last meeting. I did have just one question on the windows being proposed. Was there any consideration for white windows in lieu of the black windows, just in terms of the color that is being proposed?
It was, the black windows were just more of a modern look that Miss Heather is going for. And they're all black aluminum casement.
Mm-hmm.
So they're all the same style, and there's no changing of the sizes at all. They're just replacements.
Understood.
And they're clear. And in the picture, it shows like frosted, but they are actually clear windows.
Yeah, understood. Just
Yeah.
traditional. So, no problem. I was asking only because it's a little bit hard to tell, but I think some of the other trim on the house and some of the other accents at the top roof line, and it's minimal, but it is white trim traditionally on the house, which normally we would see a white window. Again, I really could. I mean, the fact that they're all being replaced, it's the like style. Color is not it's not a deal breaker from my personal opinion. I just had the question on whether, because I just think from an aesthetic perspective, white, it's a preference.
Well, particularly on the back with the white
Right.
door or there's a
There's a sliding
patio door.
Patio door.
You may want to consider, I don't know if it's possible to paint that trim on the white patio door. Is that a bad idea?
A bad idea.
Yes, I think that was going to be proposed. Once the windows are set, that door, I would imagine, will have to be painted black to match. I agree.
Well, I mean, Heather, if you're willing to make that a condition of the approval, just for ultimate overall consistency, if you really do like the black, we're happy to put that as a condition, just so it doesn't hold you up for any other reason, right? Sorry, maybe-
I don't have a problem with that. That's fine.
Okay.
Are there
So-
any neighbors, Christina?
Any neighbors or anybody from the public? Okay, so I'll make a motion to approve this application under the condition that the sliding door at the rear is painted to match the windows that are being replaced throughout the house. Do I have a second? Second. Paul seconds. All in favor? Approved? Thank you very much, and good luck with your window replacements.
Thank you so
Thank you,
much.
board.
Thank you for
so
the
much.
rendering. We appreciate
this-
that very much. Thank you.
Yeah, I think
Thank
it's
you.
it's very helpful.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good night.
You
Have a
too.
good night. Good night.
All right, next up on the agenda is 23 Cedar Street. Here we go. How are you? I think you may be on mute.
Yep, I'm sorry about that, board. How are you this evening?
Oh, great, thank you very much. How about yourself?
Not too bad. Thank you very much for asking. We have 23 Cedar Street. We have Cocoa Tree Chocolates coming in, and we're putting in, as you can see, we're putting in a dye bond, 198 inches, and then we're going to have the letters.
Sorry,
emblem-
sorry to stop you. Are you able to share your presentation?
That I can.
The-
I saw on the website earlier that you guys had it on there, so I didn't have it. I figured you guys would be able to click on.
Yeah, no problem. We just like to share it for the benefit of the public who are maybe tuning in.
Okay.
Hang on, we're gonna share this screen.
Okay. Thank you.
It's going to be under
It's the-
photos.
Photos, yeah, that one's good.
The very top, page 1 of the photos, the very top.
So John, just before we start, this complies with our,
Yes, it does.
okay. Perfect.
Thank you.
Go for it. Go for it, Chris.
Okay, that's that. What we're looking at is the top exterior signage, which is the overhead sign is 3 millimeter composite aluminum die bond. It's going to be fastened to the existing signage with stainless steel screws, 1.5 inch screws, spaced about every 2 feet. Silicone added if needed, is based upon the installer's judgment. And we're going to have white vinyl letters on there. The letters are going to be 9 inches high, and the emblem, the customer's symbol, is going to be in the pistachio colored green, 14 3/4 inches high, as you can see there.
Okay.
And then the window vinyl graphics on the bottom, inside the vestibule, it's just basically going to wrap around to the outside. You can see where the shadow is, and the left facing window we're looking at now is going to read Chocolate Workshop. The right facing window is going to read Ice Cream in white in which is white vinyl graphics. And I know, as per your town code, you can't have more than 35%, I believe, of your windows covered. So as you can see with the with with the with the window vinyl graphics, it's going to be far below exceeding that.
Great.
And what height are you gonna install those graphics at?
The window, or
The window?
they're coming up from the base of the coming up from the base. There's like a sill there. They're going to go up maybe 20 inches up. What they have some display counters there on the inside that they don't want. It's not even so much display counters, but they want it to be covered up. So the counter goes up to basically the top of the graphic. So they just wanted it for that to cover up to make it a nice clean look.
Okay, yeah, I think the graphics it's a pretty straightforward application. I personally like the fact that the graphics are at the lower part of the window. I think it's a good idea to cover up the under counter if it is an open type of work surface. And I appreciate that it's just being cladded on. There's no additional lighting or anything else that's being kind of added on to it to make it more complicated. It's very straightforward.
No, when I met with her on site, I didn't feel there was no need for an illuminated light. I just thought a nice, simple, dye bond with her, company colors and with her logo. I think it would work well, and fit with, within your town.
Yeah, I would agree. I like the way that this is proposed. So that said, I make a motion to approve this application, or?
Christina, anybody
Yeah, I keep forgetting the matter, of course.
raise their hand or anything? Oh,
Stop sharing.
You can stop sharing.
You can stop sharing. We've seen the application. No?
no, okay.
All right.
go ahead.
Now I can go. I'm gonna make a motion to approve this application as submitted. Do I have a second? Eric, seconds? All in favor? Approved? Thank you, Chris.
Thank you very much, board. Enjoy the rest of your evening.
You too. Good night.
Thank you.
All right, next up on the agenda for this evening is 50 Hamilton Avenue.
Change it.
Can you guys hear me?
You can.
Yes.
Okay, I had to take you off my phone because for some reason it's not coming through my computer, but I'm here for GNC 50 Hamilton Avenue.
Great. Thank you, Gina. Are you, it sounds like you're dialing in remotely, so I'm venturing to guess that you're not able to share your presentation.
I can see you guys on my my webinar, but for some reason it's not showing me and you can't hear me through there.
There's
Would you
a,
like us to share the screen for you?
If you'd like, I could see it. It's fine.
We have an application. I didn't see one online for them.
there is.
Yeah, there it is.
Oh, no, there's nothing in there.
Oh, no, Eric found it.
It was the revised drawing stamped engineer. The fourth one.
The fourth one down. Kind of the same thing, right? Excuse me.
There you go. Those are them.
There you go.
Okay.
Just scroll.
The return of GNC, we call this.
Yeah.
Can you scroll down to the next page? There you
Okay, so just before we begin, John, is there anything to be considered from a code perspective and size-wise that
No,
that we
this
need
is
to
the
discuss?
exact sign that was approved by the Board of Trustees when Chauncey Park was formed.
Initially,
Yes.
right, okay. This is I mean, it's a designated flag for
Yeah.
signage, and
Right.
it meets that same okay,
Mhm.
perfect.
Straightforward.
Very straightforward.
And it's just that one sign, that's it?
It's
One on
the
each
two
side.
signs. It's a corner unit.
Oh, okay, so on both sides.
Is there any intention for the, what do they call it? The main signage going in, because I know there's a lot of signage on that corner for the different buildings. Is there also any consideration for putting a GNC sign on the
big placard
on the
that
placard?
On the ground sign, not that we're aware of, no.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure that there wasn't anything else being considered for this application.
Just those
No.
two.
Well, to be quite honest with you, this is about as straightforward as it gets from a signage perspective, considering it's in the location that it's designated for signage,
Okay.
from a branding perspective. So I mean, I don't have any specific comments. I'll open it up to the public to see if anybody else has any specific comments or concerns from the community.
No.
Okay, anything else to talk about before I make a motion?
No.
All right, I'll make a motion to approve this application as submitted. Do I have a second? Eric, seconds. All in favor? Approved. Thank you very much.
Thanks, gentlemen.
Thank you. It was already back on.
Oh, was it never took it
Or
away?
they
I don't
never
think it
took
ever took it down.
so.
Wouldn't surprise me, by the way. Okay. Blowing through these, right? 75 Main would be the next application. We're last on the agenda for this evening.
Somebody on the right.
Lag in the technology.
Yeah.
Did someone call for 75 Main Street?
We did.
Yeah.
Can you guys see me? Because now, for some reason, I can't see you.
We cannot see you. We can hear you,
We
though.
can hear you.
Oh boy, technology. Okay, let's try this.
Oh, there you are.
You have a black, there you go.
There you go.
Okay, but I still can't see you guys.
That's okay. We're not much to look at anyway. So.
I was just gonna say.
Well, thanks for having me.
Pumpkins on our days here.
Perfect. Are you able to present your application via
I am-
via the screen?
I am not, unfortunately.
All
You
right.
wouldn't mind sharing.
Maybe 4 or 5.
We're gonna share the screen for you and we'll let you know when it comes up and then you can describe the sign.
Okay.
Cheers. Yeah, it's at the Atlant base.
Perfect.
Okay, there's going to be two signs that we're proposing. The signs are both made out of 1.5 inch high density urethane. They will be anchored to the brick via custom L brackets. And the L brackets will be anchored using sleeve anchors. So there's one in the front of the building. Both of the signs are 36 by 36, and one is on the side of the building. That's pretty much it. The two locations where the signs are being installed, well, proposed to be installed, it's very obvious that's where the other signs, whoever the tenants were in this building, that's where their signs were. There's holes in that location, and the lights have been there for a while, to my understanding.
Okay. I don't see a specific section, so I mean, from a signage perspective, it protrudes off of the brick. I know that you have brackets that are there, but it'll be it's not like stanchioned off with an L bracket. The actual sign is pretty tight to the brick itself.
Yes.
Okay.
It's flush to the brick?
It'll be flush to the brick.
Right, so it'll be, right. It'll stand up. Perfect. Okay. Anything to consider from a code signage perspective? I mean,
No, it
it
meets
seems
our
right. It
downtown,
definitely looks like it meets our,
downtown design code, so.
perfect. Okay.
Any neighbors, Christine?
Anyone from the community? All right.
All right.
Well, I appreciate that the color in what's being proposed is in keeping with the building. You know,
Tasteful sign.
I think it's definitely a tasteful sign. It's not, you know, I think keeping it that same, I guess it's black to match the existing storefront that's there. So I don't have any questions. I don't think there's any other questions or comments from the board. So I'll make a motion to approve this application as submitted. Do I have a second?
Second.
Paul seconds. All in favor? Approved. Thank you very much.
Thank you, gentlemen. Have a nice evening.
You too. Good night.
Good night.
All right, you guys want to sit around and just hang out for the public, or?
Sure.
Just wanna-
Say,
I will
karaoke.
do a little something, since anyway. All right, I'll make a motion to dismiss the meeting. Do I have a second? Eric seconds, all in favor? Meeting dismissed.
Good night. Nice.
There you go. See how that? I got to do it. One
Power
time.
Right